Hi everyone, hope you're all having a fabulous day. As you can see, there are 4 piles in front of you. We're going to talk today about what are people's impressions of you versus how you really are. Is there a contradicting nature with your personality? Do people not read you properly? Do they not get you? Do they not understand you? Let's see. Okay, so you have 4 piles in front of you. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to choose one, starting now. Okay, so if you pick the first pile, this is going to be your reading. Let's go very slowly here. Let's go very slowly. Let's get all of these cards out. Wow. Okay. This is a very strong personality here, or how people are viewing you is extremely strong personality and nature, which is good. It's good, you know. This is not a pile definitely that's going to be trampled upon, but let's just get the cards out. We are also going to talk about how people who are sexually attracted are viewing you, okay? That's what these cards are going to entail, because we definitely need to be aware of that as well. There's people who view us who are not attracted to us, but just, you know, the average people, friendships, whatnot, people who are just viewing you, co-workers, but then there's also the people who are attracted. So let's just get this all out. Hopefully everyone can see. Okay, so it looks like to me, people view you as a very confident person, very interesting. You know, with the Queen of Swords, she is literally a badass, okay? I have to say, the Queen of Swords is a badass type female or man, okay? If you're a man watching, just apply this to yourself. With a lot of boundaries, okay? She's your alpha female as well, too. But you could also be viewed as someone who has it all, which is interesting because if you look at the bottom row, it points to everything different than that, okay? So you could be a person who maybe doesn't share much with people, hence why they're viewing you as this person. Like, oh, she has everything. She's always probably been given everything. Maybe you could be a little bit stubborn too as well. People are viewing you this way. But again, like if you look at the bottom row, it's completely different, okay? There's a lot going on inwardly. And I feel like sometimes you're misjudged as maybe like a rude person, a person who's stubborn, a person who might just, you know, be that type of person who, hard to read, hard to get, hard to understand, hard to sympathize with as well too. You know, with the Ace of Cups, you know, especially being upright and it's sitting right next to the Queen of Swords, talks about a person who definitely has a lot of self-worth, okay? So you walk like you got it. You talk like you got it. You are very confident within yourself. But I feel like there's a closed-off nature. So people could feel like sometimes that it's hard to get to know you. It's very hard to get to know you. But it's interesting because if I look at the bottom row, you're choosing that, okay? So, you know, what I'm hearing with this pile is a very selective type person who is not that open book to everybody, okay? But with the World card, you are putting on this persona that you have everything. You have everything, you have it all. You could be very gorgeous as well too, I'm not gonna lie, okay? You could be viewed as someone who is very, very pretty. If you're a man, very handsome. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants to be near you with the World card. Again, it's like you are on blast, okay? You're on blast with this pile. You might be popular or very well liked. But again, it's like there's something here where you're being misjudged. Because if you look at the bottom row here, we have a lot of things talking about the inward, okay? The inward you. You've been through a heck of a lot, okay? I will say that with the moon, there could be a lot of things, you know, secrets about you that you don't share with people. People might want to kind of wish that you would open up more, But again, I'm hearing that word selective. Okay, selective. I'm selective. I'm selective with who I really, you know, take in, who I open up to about. And, you know, tough titty in a way, okay? If you feel that way almost, you know, like, again, I'm getting this strong personality. Five of Wands, you could be very combative with people. People could feel like you're very combative, but I don't blame you because it feels to me like it's like this is a no bullshitter and this is a person who's not going to really take, you know, if you don't have common sense and you're not acting appropriately, like this is the pile that's going to call you out on it. So you might be, this could be the people that are viewing you who are highly sensitive. They're just not a part of your game. And it's interesting because with this card, I don't know if you can see it here. It talks about surround yourself with your soul tribe. So, you know, these people who are viewing you differently from how you really are could really just be not a part of your tribe. They're not your taste. They're not for you. They're not your cup of tea. So in a way, you know, this is kind of beautiful, this card, because people who are a part of your tribe do get you. It's the people who don't, okay? Who feel like they can't get into your inner circle. They can't get next to you. You don't want to give them a chance. Why are you so like this? Why are you so rough? Why are you so distant? It's because you're selective. So people's impressions of you versus how you really are. You're actually very sweet, okay? You have a lot of love to offer. You have a lot of, I feel like, wisdom, especially with the Hermit. You've done a lot of work, but it's like you're not going to waste your time with, you know, these everybody, okay? Every and everybody. With the Star card, I feel like you have a lot of magic about you. I think people feel like you have some sort of secret to something. You know the secret to something. Maybe like, you know, you're a master manifester. Maybe you get what you want. Maybe you know how to get what you want because the Queen of Swords will know. Okay, she will know. And, you know, don't worry about the fact that she is an air sign. You could be embodying air energy and not even be an air sign, okay? Air signs know how to get what they want, okay? They have the gift of gab and they know how to like really, literally get what they want, okay? Like air signs are like masters at that, okay? We're talking about Aquariuses, Geminis, and Libras. But again, I'm not saying that you're one, okay? But you are embodying that type of energy. So people want to get next to you. But again, I feel like there's like a rift here or there's like a wall up. So with this pile, people are definitely not viewing you accurately, but I feel like it has a lot to do with you. You are putting up the wall, you know, and I'm not judging you. Again, you want to be very selective with who you're allowing in. You know, we did get this card, okay? Surround yourself with your soul tribe. That's your motto. Like, I'm not going to be this, you know, open book to everybody. You know, my house is not a train station. I'm not trying to get to know everybody and like love everybody and, you know, welcome everybody into my house with their dirty feet. It's just for my inner circle, like people who I feel a deep connection to. So people don't realize that you need to feel a connection to people in order for them to kind of come in. So this is very much for the outsiders, okay? I would say if you have people that you feel very connected to, they view you just like how you are. But this is for the people that you are shunning, that you keep out, okay? They just don't feel like they can get into your world, okay? And I feel like sometimes their thoughts can be a little nasty, like, oh, well, she thinks she's all that with the World card. She thinks she's so cool. Oh, F her or him, you know, she's not really that all that, you know, like, you know, and it's like, I don't know if you've found too that in your life, people have tried to investigate you or they've wanted to like kind of, you know, pry into your life. It's like they're trying to get something to kind of hold against you. So I don't know. This is a very fishy, weird energy, you know, with this pile. Very fishy and weird. I would say keep doing what you're doing. Keep being selective because I feel like with you, you have the power to attract a lot of haters, okay? People who want to get next to you but secretly might just hate you, okay? They love you and they hate you, but it's like, I don't know, lower entities, okay? Lower type energy vibes, type of people. So keep, you know, surrounding yourself with your soul tribe. Now let's get into sexually, okay? So when it comes to people who are sexually attracted to you, again, we're getting the same type of theme here. You got to work for it. You gotta work for it. That's the type of energy I'm feeling here. So with this one, you can see the woman has her back turned towards the man. The man is kind of confused. He doesn't really know, like, I don't know how to approach her. It seems like he's tried, and she has his back. So you could be a bit of a catch. You could be a person who you definitely need to work towards. It's like, you're not going to get me in your bed on the first night. Like, impress me, wow me. So their impressions is that you literally need a lot, okay? And again, that's not a judgment. Very attractive. Do you see how this man just wants to grab her? You could be very attractive. You know, there could be things that you wear that are really attractive, very beautiful. Again, a beautiful person here, okay? We do have this world card, especially with the, you know, the woman who's naked on the card. That is definitely a woman who's very confident with her body. So you are viewed as confident, but hard to reach as well, okay, when it comes to sexual people who are sexually attracted to you. Again, see how her, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm so sorry, but if you can see here, her attention is somewhere else. He's literally trying to hand her a rose and her attention is somewhere else. So I feel like when people are sexually attracted to you, they don't really know how to go about it. You leave them kind of baffled. But again, you know, this could be a hard to reach person, a person who is distant, a person who maybe even has a lot of offers. You probably have a lot of offers. That's why you're just like, you know, acting like this, okay? But I can't deny the fact with her back turned to him, he doesn't know how to go about approaching her. So you could be quite intimidating is what I'm trying to say, okay? When people are attracted to you, they don't know how to approach you. You know, especially with the Seven of Swords too. This is a Seven of Swords card. You know, we don't know who we're going to get each day. So people who are attracted to you could be confused by you. Maybe one day you're throwing out the signals. The other day you're just like, oh, do I even know you? You know, it could be like that as well too, okay? Very confusing to people. And you give a sense of mystery, but you also give a sense of, you know, you have to work for this. You know, if you want me, I'm a prize, you know, again, with the Ace of Cups, like there's a lot of self-confidence here, which I love. Okay. I absolutely love this, but, you know, this could be also, again, like lower type energy, you know, people who are being attracted, like if you're a woman watching this, could be like men who have self-confidence issues who are feeling like this. You know, there could be other men who are attracted to you and just come towards you. But with this is showing a set of people who are quite intimidated by you, but at the same time can't help it, you know, because you're so attractive, okay? This personality would be attractive. If we're talking about human nature, these are the types of energies that we always, you know, go towards. Someone who's not easy, not an open book. You know, you got to work for it. You got to peel the onion. So I would say to wrap up this reading, people are not viewing you accurately, but I feel like there's a little bit of that intention on your end. You don't really want people to figure you out. You are really confident within yourself. You don't care to kind of be figured out. I think you just clicked on this video for like fun, which is what you should be doing. I don't really feel like with this pile you care. So that's excellent because, you know, that's exactly what you should be doing in life. It's all about you, and that's awesome. That's awesome. So pile one, I would say stick to your soul tribe. Whoever's meant to kind of be in your life will be. Whoever's willing to take action will take action. But I would say you don't need to change a damn thing about yourself. You're awesome. Okay, so that was pile one. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you thought. Okay, so pile two. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's see what's going on with you. Are people viewing you accurately? These cards will be for people who are sexually attracted to you. We are definitely going to read on that. But first, we're just going to read for like the general public. How the general public views you. Okay. With this one, people think you don't care about partnerships. They don't think you care about it. I'm again somewhat to pile one. I'm feeling like a selective type character here. Okay. You know, we are, look with the lovers. Okay. Look with the lovers and look with the Four of Cups. You know, it's like choices. I have choices. I will always have choices. And, you know, I'm not going to open myself up to any and everybody. Okay. So with this one, I feel like people view you as a very distant person, a person who's hard to kind of reach. Can't figure you out, no how. We have a magician here. You could be coming across as a magician type personality where it's like very flighty, very wishy-washy, can't read you properly. Maybe one day you're really outgoing and the next day you're just like, I don't know. It's like, you know, hello, anybody in there? Or maybe you just like to take off. Maybe you're just not like, with the Four of Swords, you know, really trying to give yourself to everybody. Again, I'm getting that same vibe here. You know, a very selective person with this pile. But I feel like there's friction. So I feel like also people can view you as, now don't take this the wrong way, okay? Please don't shoot the messenger as well too if it doesn't resonate. Just please, you know, you can always choose another pile or move on, okay? Not every reading can resonate. But some people could view you as, you know, a victim, okay? A victim, like, why does she do this to herself? Why does he do this to himself? With the Ten of Wands, it's like, I don't know what you're taking on, but it's like people kind of maybe sometimes want to give you advice that is not really warranted or asked for. But it's like, why do you keep your life like this? Because with the Ten of Wands, this is someone who has a lot going on, is taking on a lot, could constantly be in battles with the Five of Wands, inner battles, battles with others. I'm feeling a very busy energy as well with this one too. So it's like people can't get in. Prince of Pentacles, I feel like as well too. You could be a person who takes a long time to warm up to, because the Prince of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, that could be a very slow moving energy where it's like, you know, how long is it going to take for me to open this person up? Like how long? But again, it's about choices with the lovers, okay? You know, with the Four of Cups, look at him. Sorry if my voice is very hoarse. I'm still trying to get over my illness, okay? See how his fingers his arms are crossed? He is not really open to accepting these offers, okay? So there's about choices. I'm not saying that you're not open to love, but with this pile, I feel like, again, that selective type energy. Now with the Judgment card, this is interesting. People could view you as a person who out of nowhere could come with judgment. So this could be maybe sometimes you making a statement about something. This could be your convictions, what you feel strong about. You could kind of like throw people off sometimes. Like, wow, okay, I didn't know she felt that about. Maybe sometimes people make comments about something and you just come with it. You're like, you know what? That was actually derogatory. That was actually discriminatory. And I'm going to say something about that, you know? Like, so you kind of like shock people as well too. I feel like with this, there's a lot of confusion. It's like, I don't really know how to view this person, but I'll tell you something. Do you see this card right here? Create your own happiness. She's all about herself. She's not a person who is looking to outside and external influences for her own happiness whatsoever. This woman is completely content with herself. So you're giving people like a hermit mode type energy. Like you don't want to get to know them, but it's not that it's that. It's just you're so content with your own life and your own self that you're not looking to others for, you know, happiness. Okay. Like see how he doesn't want to grab that offer? You're picky. You're really picky. So with this one, I feel like you're 80% viewed accurately, but then there's that 20% left that kind of shocks people. Again, with the magician, you could be a bag of surprises, okay? It's like people think they know you, and then the next minute it's like, she did what? She's doing what? She does this? She reads cards? What do you mean she does psychic readings? Like, I'm trying to give you examples here. Like, you shock people, okay? But with the Two of Pentacles sitting next to that Magician card and the Four of Swords, it's like, I don't know. You know, this reminds me of a person who is hard to get to know. Wants to be kind of maybe sometimes left alone. Maybe you kind of do a lot of things on your own, and you give the kind of energy to people that you're not looking to make friends, you know? You're not really open to kind of everybody and everybody coming into your like atmosphere with their dirty feet. You could be also very busy as well too. Again, with this 10 of Wands, you have a lot of responsibility. You have a lot going on. So it's like, yeah, I know that person, but you know, she like, I don't get close with her because she just has so much going on that probably she doesn't even have time for me. Something along those lines, okay? Now, sexually, let's talk about how people are viewing you sexually. This is interesting. Can't read you. Cannot read you whatsoever. We have Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and Hangman energy. Okay, so if you see this man, he's literally looking at this woman, her back. I hope you guys can see. You know, she's wearing that beautiful dress. Her behind looks just, you know, so good. She's totally throwing the signals to him by looking good, you know, probably has a lot of charm. But at the same time, her back is turned. So she's not given that energy, okay? So there could be parts of you that confuse people who are sexually attracted to you. They don't really know how to read you. Sometimes, you know, you could be like that magician even in, you know, sexual nature, okay? Where it's like 1 minute you're throwing, you know, signals, and then the next day it's like, you know, this person doesn't even know who the hell I am. With the Hangman here again, you know, this man wants to get near this woman, you know, she's completely beautiful, but look at her. Do you see how content she is with herself? I mean, to be really honest, I probably should put an 18 plus on this video. To be really honest, she looks like she's about to like pleasure herself, okay? She doesn't really need you. This could be an independent type person, okay? Independent type female chick or male. So you do give the impression that you don't need anybody. So it's a bit confusing. And with the Four of Cups, it's like, you're going to have to manifest the F out of me, okay? Look at this. There's a pair of scissors. There's a magnet and there's a coin. So people do feel like they are magnetically attracted to you. But I feel like with the scissors, you can be, it's like a subliminal representation for, you know, very like cunning sometimes, you know, to people who are attracted to you. It's like maybe you say something or you're just not in the mood that day and you throw them off, okay? Now the coin is there as well too, so people feel like they have to work for it, which is wonderful. You know, wine and dine. You're going to have to wine and dine me, honey. Yeah, you're going to have to wine and dine me. You're not getting all this for free, okay? That's what I like about this pile. But with this one, I would say you're 80% being accurately viewed. But then there is 20%. There is 20% here of you being a little bit of a surprise. There are surprises, okay? And again, it can come out with your judgment of how you maybe view things, or maybe people think you're on the same bandwagon as them, and then you make a statement and you're like, no, that's not right what you said, you know? That's actually unacceptable. Maybe it could be on your viewpoints in life as well too, but with the Four of Swords, the energy is dry. The energy is dry. So anybody who wants to kind of get into this person's world is going to have to work for it. And I'm talking about even friendship, co-workers. You don't trust easily. This could be that you are just, you know, the way you really are is that you just don't trust easily. Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe that's just your nature. But I would say I agree with that. I don't really think, you know, anybody should trust anybody, really, to be honest, you know. You should always have your guard up a bit, okay? So I kind of commend you for this personality, but people don't know what to do with you, especially the people who are sexually attracted. You drive them nuts. You drive them crazy. It could be the reason why you're probably even more attractive to them sexually is because you possess like a thrill, You know, you possess like a challenge of some sort. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I'm not judging you. Okay. So that was pile 2, guys. Let me know what you thought. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, so if you picked pile 3, let's see what's going on with you. Let's see how you're viewed, okay, versus how you really are. Let's see. Oh, we got a Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is actually really nice. Okay, so from what I'm seeing so far, it looks like you are... You know what? I'm not going to make it. Let me see the bottom cards. Okay, you're very much viewed for how you, I don't think with this pile you're that misunderstood. You could kind of surprise people a bit. I will get into that a bit. But for the most part, you are being viewed accurately. And I'll tell you why. You have a heart of gold on you, okay? And a lot of the reasons why you could be viewed exactly for how you are is because you are... very kind, okay? And this could kind of trickle into as well your gestures, you know, your gestures, very sweet. Look at this with the 2 of Cups, like always giving nature. And I'm talking about people that you know, okay? People that you know. I'm not saying that you're, you know, walking around just giving your heart on your sleeve to everybody, although there could be a few of you who are. But for the most part, you're a very, very genuinely nice person. And I feel like people sometimes view you as a little bit naive because with this 5 of Swords, you could have enemies, okay, that you don't see but other people see. But it's not that you don't see them. You just don't entertain these enemies. So it's like, yeah, I see them. But you know what? I'm going to kill them with kindness. I'm going to laugh in their face. I'm going to pretend like I don't see what they're doing. And I'm going to keep them actually very close, okay? You might be into that, you know, keep my enemies closer. Got it? But you're a good time. You're a good time with the 3 of Cups as well, too. People feel very connected to you. I feel like so far, this pile is, you know, I wouldn't say the pile to pick, but if we're talking about people's impressions of you, they're very high, okay? We actually have two of Cups, okay? You're a person people want to get to know, okay? I feel like you are open to a certain extent, and that could just be like, and I'm not saying exactly with your heart, but that just could be that you're pleasant. Hi, how are you? Oh, you know, this person always asks me how I am, you know? They care about what I'm going through. If I'm going through something, they might check in with me. If I'm, I don't know, sick, they might bring me soup. You know, well, maybe not now. People like to stay away from people who are sick, but, you know, maybe before pandemic times. You were that person who was like, I'm going to bring you soup, you know? I'm going to make you feel good, you know? Oh, your boyfriend just broke up with you. Yeah, you can call me. I'm there for you. Like with this pile, this is the friendship, okay? This is like, you know, if you're talking about like a grade A quality friendship, like this is your person, okay? Now, I think what people don't see, and when we're talking about how you really are, is your strength, okay? We do have a Queen of Swords down here. We have an Ace of Wands, and we have a Justice card. So I think people view you as way too innocent, too sweet, too naive, but they don't know you're a badass, okay? They don't know you're a badass. And you know what? When the time comes and you've pushed me enough, oh, you're going to get it. And I'm going to give it to you so good that you're going to probably, after I'm done with you, go crawl up into a corner in a fetal position because you don't even know what just happened to you. You just got served, okay? So I think people tend to kind of take you to face value at times. They take your genuine, you know, your kindness for maybe sometimes even weakness. Oh, look at the Queen of Cups. She's so, you know, we have to protect her, you know. No, this person doesn't need any damn protecting. Look at this with the Nine of Pentacles. You're also viewed as like a self-made woman, a person who goes after what they want, a person who is, you know, in charge of their life. So it's not that people are viewing you negatively in the wrong way. I think this is just what happens with kind people. You know, we want to protect them. We want to make sure that they don't get hurt. We look at them as like wilting flowers. You're not a wilting flower by any means, okay? You are a lion. You're a tigress, okay? And with the Ace of Wands, you could be very passionate about things that people are not aware of, and that could be things that point to justice. with what's going on in the world. Maybe you have like certain things, certain topics that you're very passionate about, like women's rights, children's rights, who knows, but also as well here too, very sexual in nature as well. I don't think you outwardly wear this, which, I mean, you know, some people do, you know, by the way that they dress, you could tell that they're just, wow, okay, like that woman in bed would probably eat me alive. But I think with this one, people don't necessarily know. So I think behind closed doors, you could be a bit of a tigress in the bed, and people would be shocked, okay, at what, you know, you could deliver, okay? Oh my God. I hope you guys understand what I'm going with this. Now with the Devil card, this is interesting as well too. You could have a couple of addictions that people are not aware of. So I think you're kind of showing, you know, actively two sides to yourself. I don't think you outwardly show everything, which, you know, we all wear masks. Don't we all wear masks? We do, right? But with the Devil, I'll tell you, a lot of people feel connected to you. You might actually feel like sometimes you don't understand why or where everybody comes from. Like, why is everybody wanting me? Why does everybody want to get to know me? Why are people so intrigued by me? Sometimes maybe you wonder why yourself, like, you know, and, you know, we all sometimes think that, you know, like, why does everybody want to get to know me? You know, it's because of the way that you are, okay? A very kind soul, but not only that, with the Three of Cups, you're a good time, okay? You're fun. You're that person who people want, okay, at their party. You probably are going to behave properly. You're probably going to show up right. You're going to look the part, and you're going to be fun. You're going to be funny. But again, because of your sweetness and maybe your giving nature, you are coming across as someone who people feel like they have to protect. But you don't need any protecting, you know? It's interesting. Look at the Star card here as well too. I think there's a side to you that people don't also realize, that, you know, you could be into a lot of different things. Maybe, you know, astrology, tarot cards, manifesting, you know, magic. Who knows? Who knows? But with this pile, it's nice. It's nice to feel protected. You know, people feel protective over you, but sometimes you feel like, you know, I don't know why they want to do this, you know, because I can handle myself, you know, I can handle myself. Really inside, you're a Queen of Swords, okay? You've got a shit ton of, you know, boundaries. You know, when someone, you know, you've had enough of somebody, you can give it to them, right? So it's like, don't protect me. I'm a big girl, you know? And look at this with the Nine of Pentacles. She is a big girl, okay? Now let's talk about sexually, okay? People who are sexually attracted to you. Let's see how they're viewing you versus how you really are. Now, I have to talk about this because look at this card. I don't know if you guys can see this, but she's literally tying him up to the bed, okay? And she's got a scissor and knives on, you know, like the table. There's rope. You could be very kinky. People would never know it though. Okay, with the High Priestess, we have the High Priestess as well too. You could be looked at as very innocent, very like, look at her. She's, you know, that person who you just, it's like a bag of surprises, you know? She's very hard to get to know. She probably you have to get to know her. And she doesn't open herself up right away, but when she gets comfortable enough with you, like, it's going to be one huge surprise. And with the Strength card, look at this. Look at this. Wow. Like, look at this woman taking on whatever this entity is, okay? Again, so your lovers or the people who are sexually attracted to you are viewing you the same way the general public is. It's like, maybe they sometimes view you as someone who would be prude, but then it's like when they find out who you are, it's like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? She's into all kinds of different things. Whoa. She wants to tie me up. Maybe she's a little aggressive as well too with that Strength card. But the Strength card also could point to another thing too, is that maybe you've been through a lot of different things, you know? People don't even know about it. It's like, wow, you're this kind and life has been this terrible to you. Like, that's something to celebrate, right? But with this as the High Priestess, you're being viewed as a High Priestess. Hard to get to know, hard to read, but I would say also very magical, very mysterious, very exotic too, as well too. I would say exuding something like that. But you could be viewed as someone who might, you know, could be like prude. But then it's like you find out you just, your sexuality is just on fleek. It's on point. It's like, whoa, okay. She's tying me up. She wants to do this. She wants to go maybe outside and do something. It's like, okay. Like you're a tigress, like a tigress undercover, okay, with this pile. That's what I feel. That's what I really feel with this pile. Now you've got and you are perfectly beautiful. So people are viewing you like this. You know, I would say if you see these women on the front of this card, they're all shapes and sizes, okay? And they're completely confident with themselves. So physically, I would say you're exuding what is beneath. You're very confident, no matter if you have, you know, a big stomach, a double chin, you know. Shout out to the women with the double chins because I've got a couple. No, I'm joking. I've got one. But anyways, you know where I'm going with this. So it doesn't matter what you look like. You're confident. Look at her, okay? She's confident. She's not exactly a size 7 or a size 6, but she's rocking that bathing suit. So physically, I would say you're the confidence factor. People are viewing that accurately. It's not like you're suffering with these cards behind closed doors. If anything, you're a tigress undercover. So people are in for a surprise with you, especially your lovers, okay? It's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this. I thought that she was like the girl next door. And now she is just like into tantric sex. Maybe she wants to kind of like, I don't know, go to an sex club. I mean, we're talking about extreme situations here, but there could be a few of you out there, okay? So with this pile, quite interesting read. Let me know what you guys thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, so if you picked pile 4, let's talk about it. Let's see if people are viewing you accurately. Well, we're starting off with a 3 of Swords. That's intense. That's quite intense. Oh, okay. So Tower card. Wow. This is a spicy character. Okay. Spicy señorita. Or a spicy man. Okay. Who is just, let me see these bottom cards. Oh, wow. Okay. We have a person here who is full of surprises, but also I would say that type that can go off at any minute, okay? You could be very in your emotions, a type of person who's very in your emotions, like you feel everything, hence why you are so vocal about things. So I feel like with this pile, there's no holds bar. People view you as no holds bar. You know, with a Tower moment, it's like, you know, can just kind of maybe fly off the handle at any moment or do something very, very interesting, okay? And this can point to, you know, a person who's just like, hey, okay, I'm going away tomorrow. It's like, that's the kind of notice you're giving me? Really? This is like people view you as like a freedom lover, a person who is just wants to live life to like, you know, with the 3 of Wands, it's like visionary, spontaneous as F with this pile, 100%. You know, we have a Queen of Wands here. You know, this is high integrity as well, too. I would say the Queen of Wands has a very big amount of integrity. She's also very, very strong in her passions and her convictions. So whatever people know that you like whatever you like in life or you feel strongly about, people know it because maybe you talk about it all the time. Maybe you're adamant about it. Maybe you're doing something about it. I don't know. But it's like a very vocal, off the rails type person where you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Now, I would say there's elements of you. People feel like your life could be very toxic. I don't know if it has to do with maybe your relationships with people. We do have a 10 of Cups here with a 5 of Cups, okay? There could be maybe that people feel like you are your own worst enemy, seeing how she's tied up here on her own with the 8 of Swords. And maybe you don't see clearly, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, guys. This is just me telling you how people view you. And if it doesn't resonate, maybe pick another pile, okay? People view you as a person who is self-sabotager, maybe keeps toxic people around. I mean, your heart is big. Your heart is big. I feel like with the Queen of Wands, it's hard for you maybe sometimes to get rid of these people, but there could be people around you that people know of that are no good, and they kind of equate it to you as like, why does she keep them around? Why does she keep these people around? Why does she self-sabotage her happiness? Why doesn't she make good choices? Something along those lines. But it's just that you're so passionate. You know, this is a feel-good, free-flowing, in the moment, you know, type of energy, you know? You carry the weight of the world, I feel like, with the Ten of Wands on your back. This could be things that you've went through that people are aware of. You maybe talk about it. Maybe people know you're suffering with it at the moment, or, you know, whenever you're watching this video. But this Ten of Wands can also be like responsibilities. Maybe it's the responsibilities of these people that you keep in your life, or maybe you have a family that you're obligated. It's like selfless. People don't realize that you're just selfless, you know? You tend to kind of not think about others before yourself. That's what they don't realize. They want you to be all these things, like, oh, you should be more tougher, but it's just not your nature. And I feel like people shouldn't really be giving you that type of advice, because everyone is different, and this is you, you know. But I would say with the Two of Swords, people could feel like you can't make a decision about things. Maybe you don't see clearly. Maybe you don't see clearly what's going on in your life. Maybe you have a toxic lover right now with the Three of Swords, or maybe you, again, self-sabotage. You worry about a lot of things that are out of your control. And maybe they know this about you because you tell them, okay? Maybe you tell them. With the Prince of Cups too, this is cute. You know, this is a very kind nature type person. So again, and he has that heart on his hand. He's on the horse with this heart, you know, heart on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve. But I feel like people get upset with you sometimes. Like they want to change you. They want to make you more stable. But again, this is not who you are. Okay? And I'm not saying that in a judgmental way, because everybody will say, oh, well, that's a bad thing not to be stable. Not really. Okay? There's all different people in this world. But it's interesting with the Nine of Pentacles. You are secure with yourself. You're happy with yourself. You go about your life. Yes, there could be a lot of things going on around you, but that's you. That's your life. And you take it on. And you're strong enough to handle it. It's just other people's opinions is like, why does she suffer like this? You know, it's like what they want. But it's like they don't realize that you're completely content with your life. So it's like, back off, you know, back off. If I want to be vocal about my life, if I want to go on a rant, if I want to talk to the world about it, I will do that, okay? And maybe it might not look like what it should look like to you, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, there could be things that, you know, you might want to change, but at the same time, you know, it's fine. It's fine. This is me. Spontaneous as F, though, I will say, with the Tower card. You could really be into shocking the masses or doing things that are crazy to like the general public. Or maybe you just want to, you know, live like that, you know. Maybe it's boring to you to be stable. You know, maybe this is just how you like to live. And what's the problem with that, you know? But I will say with the Queen of Wands, though, you could be quite aggressive, okay? You could be aggressive. Again, it maybe has something to do with your convictions. Maybe you like to, you know, tell off people. Maybe you're like, okay, well, I'm not taking this anymore. You know, I'm not going to, you know, even though you may be accepting toxic people around, or, you know, they could be family members. It doesn't mean that you don't vocalize things to them. So it's not like you're completely a victim. You do spread your truth, and you do speak your mind. So maybe sometimes people don't realize that, you know, that you do give it to people, you know, but it's just doesn't look like the way it's perfect for them. Okay. Now let's talk about your lovers. Okay. How you look like to your sexual partners. Now this is actually quite funny. I don't know if you can see this card, guys, but this entity or whatever this is actually holding his private parts in his hands. Oh my God. These cards kill me. This kind of makes me feel like you have a way about you that you could like demasculate somebody, okay? Maybe you are that person who could be very hurtful. But this looks like you've demasculated him by him holding his private parts in his hands, okay? So how you look to your lovers is extremely, like, you know, confusing, you know, because look at this with the Nine of Cups too as well. Look at her. She's very seductive on this card. She's waiting for her lover. She's like there for him. Just take me. So it's like, again, there's confusion with the lovers as well too. It's like, I know she loves me, but she can demasculate me as well in the moment of seconds. So I really don't know what to do with her. So it's a love-hate thing. Maybe you attract people that like are attracted but also can't stand you at the same time because maybe they can't have their way with you. So again, this is not a judgment. This could be something that turns them on. Maybe they're turned on to you for a reason because you don't take their shit. You give it to them. You tell them how it is. If they hurt you, it's like, hey, listen, like, I didn't like that, what you did, okay? And you're going to hear from me, okay? With the World card here as well, too, very beautiful, very seductive. You could be very seductive, okay, to your lovers. And the body is really beautiful as well, too, here, no matter what size you are. So they can't help but deal with you. So I feel like in the lovers department, you don't have an issue. I feel like you're very intriguing. It's just, I think sometimes you tend to be a little rough around the edges and they don't know what to do with it, which is, again, quite cute in a way. It really is. To be really honest, I have this as well. You know, my whole life, no man was able to kind of really just do whatever he wanted to me. He was going to get, you know, some talk back, okay? Now, with this card, we have breathe in the bliss and exhale the BS. So again, you're not dealing with nothing, okay? So people, again, they think that you're a victim. You hold yourself sabotage. No, you're very strong. And it's interesting because despite all of this type of personality, all your chakras are aligned. So you're just doing fine. You're doing just fine. So other people's opinions of you or views are not correct, okay? You're not taking anything from anybody. You're very secure with who you are. You have a heart of gold, hence why maybe you deal with these toxic relationships. Maybe there are family members or people that you have a hard time cutting off, but that's your life to live, you know, not anybody else's. So with this pile, very interesting, you know, let me know if it resonates, guys. I've enjoyed reading for you guys today. But with this one, keep doing what you're doing, you know, no one should be telling you how to live, okay? You're perfect the way you are. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.